2, 1. We are live. Over to you, Vijay.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm Vijay Subramanian. Welcome to webinar 12 of the Changemakers Summer Camp webinar series. During the earlier session today, we learned what it takes to become a change maker. But now in this session, we will learn what it takes to deliver a great speech and a presentation. It is about the art of communication, so which is the most important thing. And even I am excited because I'm a bit weak in communication or public speaking. So whether you are a budding innovator, entrepreneur, or a change maker, it is important for you. So this session will be led by Ms. Pooja Salwan. Ms. Pooja Salwan is the CEO and principal coach at Blue Ribbon Academy, a Bangalore-based effective communication and public speaking and coaching company. She has done her MBA from ISB Hyderabad and Masters from SRCC Delhi. Public speaking has been a passion for Ms. Pooja. She has been certified in public speaking and effective writing skills from University of I don't know how to pronounce it, but
Michigan. It's Michigan.
Michigan, yeah. So she's a mentor of change associated with Atal Innovation Mission, Niti Aayog, Government of India. In this power-packed webinar, participants will be able to learn how to grab and keep the attention of their audience and how to overcome the public speaking nervousness, techniques and art of public speaking, and how to make PowerPoint presentations stand out. Participants will also have hands-on exercise to try during the sessions. So I'm personally excited very much. So if you have any questions during the session, please type them in the Zoom and YouTube chat window. We will take your questions at the end of the webinar. And before we start the session, I request the participants to make their attendance in the Google form, whose link is being shared in the YouTube and Zoom chat window. And the link would be only open during the session. And those who attend the session will receive a participation certificate at the end of the summer camp. So let me now invite Ms. Pooja to start the webinar.
Thank you so much, Vijay, for being there and helping me get on with the session. If you all could have your videos on, that will be great. It is always fun to talk to people and see their faces. It's fun. Before I start, I have a question for all of you. And for that, I need the videos on anyway. How many of you have got 30 digital skills? Please don't send direct messages to me. Just raise your hands or raise the virtual hand. People on Zoom, please write in your comments chat. Yes. Great. I see quite a few people. Awesome. What about 20 skills? Harini, yeah, that's nice. Who else? 20 skills. Cool. And how many of you have got at least 10 skills? Awesome. I really like it that few of you were listening to me and understood that I said 10 skills, at least 10 skills. What does it mean? Chiranthan, your video on and then you answer me. And yes, in my workshop, whoever is raising your hands might not get a chance, but people who are not raising their hands will get a chance to speak or they will be cold called. Yes, Chiranthan, you want to speak? What does at least 10 skills mean? Anybody wants to take a go? Dhutikar, Maharash? Okay, Maharash, let's hear from you. Maharash, we can't hear you. Manita, you want to try?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, at least 10 skills means below 10, like 8 or 9 skills.
Yes, that you have at least got that much. You might have got 30, but you've got that much. So what I'm trying to say is listening skill is very important. This is a speaking workshop, but that does not mean that you don't listen. You need to listen to be able to speak well. And for that, you need to focus on this workshop and not do 2, 3 more things. Okay. No chatting, no talking to other people, just focusing on this, because you will learn more by just focusing in the class. Okay. And now I'm sure a lot of you attended Kiran sir's and Pani sir's workshop, which was very inspiring. And you heard 3 confident kids. I was really inspired. And this workshop is to get that inspiration to another level when you will learn how to be confident. I know a lot of us have that thing in us, but we don't want to speak in front of people. And in this workshop, we are going to do precisely that. Be confident. I'm going to start sharing my screen. Okay. So today's workshop is how to make a winning speech. But before I do that, I have a question for you guys. What are your top 2 reasons to not feel confident? Please write it down in YouTube chat. I would prefer that if you can go to YouTube chat and write down top 2 reasons for not feeling confident, because it will be there forever, right? And also, then I will tell you my 3 reasons. 3 reasons I'm going to tell you. Have to only tell 2 reasons. And if anybody wants to talk about the top 2 reasons to not feel confident, we can go for that. Okay. Dutika, you want to speak? Go ahead. Yes, Dutika. Okay, I can't hear him. What about Shriya or Anvi? Do you both want to go ahead and speak why you don't feel confident? I hope all of you have written in YouTube's comment section also, why don't you feel confident? Vijay, if you could please share the link to YouTube. So
yes, ma'am, I've shared it in the chat.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Nitish Garg, do you want to tell me what is the top 2 reasons you don't feel confident sometimes?
You can unmute Nitish.
He's unmuted, but I can't hear him. I can't hear you. Okay. See, everyone, this is a workshop where we are working towards making you confident, towards getting a great speech, which means you have to take that second step of being able to speak. Okay. Even if it is like bad, it's okay. Who cares? You don't have to be perfect. Manita, you want to speak?
Can I tell the reasons?
Yes, go ahead. Is Dutika?
No, Manvit.
Okay, go Anvi.
Stress and difficult life events such as a serious illness or a bereavement can negative effect on self.
Okay.
And that's all.
Well, you were very brave to say. Can everybody mute themselves now? Okay. So, Manisar, I think you need to mute everybody. Okay. So that's very brave of you, Anvi, to say that because of your illness, you don't feel very confident, but we'll work towards it. Okay. Now, my top 3 reasons. I don't know much on this topic. So if you've gone through this 1 week of workshops, our speakers were amazing. So if, let us say, Shrikant sir or Dham sir would have asked me to speak on their topics, or I wouldn't have been able to. You would have seen the nervous face. Right now, I'm smiling because I'm passionate about this topic and I know what I'm speaking. There are times I say, this idea is not good enough, or some people will laugh at me. Or I still sometimes say, I'm too young for this. So this is totally applicable for you guys. So these are my top 3 reasons. But then if I really need to do something, I will work on that and become more confident. Okay, we are going to talk about 3 ingredients for a winning speech. First is the confidence. Second is how to put your ideas in such a way that people will think of you as an expert and listen to you. And third, we're going to talk about presentation skills, so that whenever you're putting a pitch together, you are being an entrepreneur or an innovator or a change maker, you have to put your ideas across people. How will you do that? If you have to give a presentation, how will you make sure that your presentation comes across as a winning presentation? So let us start. And before we go to how to be confident, I want you all to write 2 good things about yourself. Write it in YouTube or Zoom chat, whatever. But I would prefer if you go to YouTube and write that. And also subscribe to the channel, because you will be getting a lot of nice videos over time. Somebody has raised their hand. Vijay, can you call those people who've raised their hands?
Yes, Jyotika can.
Hi, ma'am. Good evening. So, 2 good things about me is that I have good leadership quality, and that I am educationally good, I guess.
Oh, that's very nice. That's very nice. Okay, Dipika and Rudra, can you mute yourself, please? Okay. Good job, Dipika. I am very proud of you that you can see what's good about you. So for all of you, over the next 1 week, keep writing in a notebook, what are the good things about yourself? You will be surprised you didn't realize that this was good. I am sure somebody would tell you that you are so good at this. You are so good at observation. You are so good at talking to people or convincing people. These are small little things, but they add to your personality. And that's where our confidence starts building up. So please, we are starting with 2 good things today, but I want you to make it to 20 or 30, whatever you think you will. Okay? Rudra and Manita, I want to come back to you later. Okay? Okay. Confidence is about believing that you can do it. Even if you're not good at something, have the positive mindset that I do not have this ability right now, but if I work on it, I can do it. And that's precisely that ability has helped a lot of you to achieve those digital skills. When Kiran sir announced this summer camp, I was so excited because I also wanted to learn these digital skills. But first, when I saw the number of skills, and so many of them I haven't even tried ever, I was like, I can't do it. But then I'm like, you know what? How does it matter? Nobody's even looking at me. Let me just try. And now I can do many challenges, many skills, which I wouldn't have done 1 week before. So it's all about the positive mindset. Other thing you can do about confidence is challenge yourself to talk. How many of you, raise your hands, even if you have a question in your mind, you don't understand something in the class, you do not ask your teachers. Wow, see, so many of you. But do not think that your teachers will or your friends will think, oh my God, he doesn't know this, she doesn't know that. Actually, your teachers appreciate when you ask them questions, because then they also know that this is something they need to teach better. So you are doing everyone a favor by asking questions, and you come across as a smarter kid who's listening in the class. Don't try to be a perfectionist. It's okay to make mistakes. Sometimes we think that if we are talking and if we make a mistake, everybody will laugh at us. Acknowledge a mistake and move on. You've made a grammatical mistake, you've made a mistake in pronunciation, or you've written something which is actually wrong. That's okay. Say, oh, I thought it like that, and then move on. And that shows your confidence. That shows that you have that guts to try something new, which you didn't know. And bottom line, smile. It fixes everything. The moment you smile, your body releases those chemicals which make you calm, which make you feel more confident, and that feeling goes on to the other person. So the moment you will smile, the other person gets that warm feeling from you, and things start becoming better. So if you're in a fight, do you guys get in a fight with your friends, with your parents? Oh, come on, Dudika. Whoever says no is lying to me. I know that. So if you get upset about something, smile to yourself. Fake it. It's okay. Smile. You will realize that your anger, your frustrations are going to come down. And that's a source of confidence again. You are going to know that the person who's looking at you will also start getting calmed down. How many of you have heard that song, Calm Down? Okay, Google it, Calm Down. Oh, okay. Okay, nice. So it's a peppy song, right? It makes you feel like dancing. Why is it? Because they're that tune that makes you feel good. Same way, your smiling will make the other person feel good, and everything will just calm down. Okay? I am asking this question to you guys. Please lower your hands, everybody, so that for the next question, we know who knows the answer. Okay? What percentage of adults rank fear of public speaking higher than fear of death? Imagine they're not scared to die, but they are scared if somebody asks them to come and speak in front of public. Okay, Leher. Leher, I want your video on and then you can speak.
Yeah, you can unmute.
And all those
Manyata,
people,
you can unmute.
and all those people who are not raising their hands, you know you're next. Okay.
Yeah, Manyata, you can speak.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Yeah, Manita.
As you were telling that some people will be scared or will be nervous to speak around the public because they don't able to be. The lack of confidence can maybe a person get into a frustration. It may be cause a lack of confidence into that. That can be a major sentence of that.
Yeah, but what % of people are scared? Do you know that?
Yes, ma'am. They know the answer, but their fear and
Yes, I know, because that's lack of confidence. That's lack of abilities to see that, they are actually asking the right question. Okay, what about Kaustubh? Kaustubh, you want to give it a try? Throw a random number. It's okay. Kaustubh? Okay, Harini, go ahead. I can't hear you, Harini. Can you unmute yourself?
Yes, mom.
Yeah, tell me.
I'm guessing 25% more.
Okay. Anybody wants to give it a try? What about Niyati Kamath? Kavya Shri? Anushka? Or Jayavardhan? Sorry, guys, I'm going to call. Kaustubh, let's give it a try. It's okay. Shreya, you want to try? Random number, it's okay. Throw a random number. This is your first step to being confident. It's okay if you're wrong.
Lack of confidence.
Geraldine, you want to try? I see 14 hands, but I want to ask those people who are not raising their hands now. Okay. The answer is 70% adults. So it is okay. 70% adults are scared. So you are kids. It's fine to be worried that people will think we don't know much. But you are the generation who has got the best time. You have access to so many things that you can become confident, you can learn more. And when you are going to give a speech or a presentation, or even going, let's say you have to go and talk in front of your class for something, how do you do that? Practice your speech extensively. I know a lot of you would be like, huh? Is that the real thing? Yes, that's the real thing. A lot of us, how many of you spend most time on building the content, researching on the content? Well, we all do. But the real thing is that how you speak and what you speak is more important than your content. So write it down that if, let's say you have 10 days, you will only spend 3 days in writing your content. The rest of the 7 days you have to spend on practicing. And if you think that you can add something more, add, practice again. Practice in front of your friends, practice in front of your siblings. Even if it's a 2-year-old kid, practice. He or she will feel very good that his bigger sibling is talking or her bigger sibling is talking to him or her. They'll feel good about it. And you get audience. Talk in front of your grandparents, your parents. Talk in front of the mirror. Take a video. Look at yourself, how you sound. And you will start getting better and better over time. And talk about a subject you really care about. I couldn't have spoken about solar or mission on Mars, but I can speak upon public speaking because I'm really passionate about. I'll tell you a secret. When I was young, I was a very shy kid. So shy that even when we had a family gathering, I would sit in the corner quietly. I won't speak. I loved listening to people, but I didn't want to speak. And it started bothering me as I was growing up. So my parents put me in these public speaking theater workshops. And I really thank them because now I understand and I can talk to anybody. I can talk to a stranger. Sometimes when we are going in a flight, I'm talking to the person sitting next to me as if we were the best of friends. And this is not, for the first time that I spoke and I started speaking. It was a slow, gradual discussion, which I did with people. And now I can talk. So nobody is perfect. Nobody is born leader. Do you think in Kiran sir's presentation, Malala or all those people he talked about, they were born confident, they were born leaders? No, they worked towards it. They really felt, they really cared about something and they wanted people to know about it. So if you are passionate about something, even if it's your work, it's your speech which you have to give in the class, study so much on that, research so much on that, that when you're speaking, it's coming across as an expert person telling something. So practice even more. You have to come across as experts. If all of you have attended these webinars, have done digital skills, you're already experts. You're better than so many other kids. Yes? And as Albert Hubbard says, speak and speak and speak and speak and speak and speak and speak. The more you practice, the better you will get. Okay, now we want all of you to have your videos on so that you can participate in this activity. Easy ways to not look shy. It's actually one way, but yes, you can do it in different ways. Question. Can you tell me names of some superheroes? Okay, Milith. Names of some superhero. Milith CM. I can't hear you, Milith.
Yeah, you can unmute now, Lilith.
Ma'am, Iron Man.
Iron Man, my favorite too. Okay, Sanjeet. Vadimani. Vadimani Lasya Sri.
Yeah, you can unmute. That's it.
Hulk.
Hulk. Yes. Well, I am sure you all seen superhero movies and you know who they are. So now my next question is, what are their poses? What are their power pose? How does a superhero stand? Chiranthan, Nimisha, Kasturi, Jyotish Reddy. You want to go? I can see everybody. Yes. How does a superhero stand? How does Hulk stand or Iron Man stand? Come on, guys. If somebody has seen, says I have not seen Iron Man, you need to see Iron Man today. Okay. Iron Man also and other superheroes, Superwoman, they stand like this, or they have this as a super pose, power pose, right? Why do they have those poses? Because the moment you keep your hands on your waist, you open up. And you open up, you tell the world that I am confident. So even I do that. I am my own superhero. I do that. Before the workshop, I always stand like this and talk to myself because that gives me the confidence. So all of you, before you're going to talk, if you don't want to do it in front of your friends, go in a corner and do it. Have your superhero pose. Can we all try a superhero pose? Shreya, let's see your superhero pose. Yes, it's like this. When he's done something, he's doing this. Superwoman, this, or standing like this. Why do villains sometimes stand like this? Because they're trying to show that we have the power. And that's exactly what you want to show to the world, that you have the power.
I think Jayavardhan is making a pose.
Jayavardhan, you want to say something?
No, he's making a pose of superhero.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. Tejas, what is your pose? Everybody, you need to start thinking of your poses, your superhero poses. Okay? It's going to help you to feel confident when you are not feeling confident. Okay? And smile. 2 simple things you do and you will be surprised. Shreya, do you feel good? Yes? Okay. Okay. So I'm going to talk about the winning speech. What are the components which go into making a winning speech? You can take a screenshot of this if you want to. You can write it down on a piece of post-it so that you can stick it whenever you're writing a speech for even if you're doing an essay, this is something which is very useful. Okay? What you do? You frame the problem. Yes? I am sure a lot of you who have attended previous workshops, Maker Faire and other workshops, you would have thought of the problem. Then you would put the solution and the advantages of that solution. If you're solving a problem, you need the solution. And then you conclude. You tell the audience that this is the advantage of the solution and how you want to implement it or how they should implement it. And that is how you conclude. So see, if you even see a movie, story starts, then somebody comes and there is a climax. I am sure you would have seen Ayush Keshriji's PPT presentation yesterday, and he talked about that. So it's the same thing in a different bottle. Yeah. You have a problem, you figure out what the issue is, you try to solve it, and then you tell the people that this is how we're going to solve it. And you have a story, you have a speech ready. Please try it, and you need to let me know if that worked for you or not. Anybody has a question? Okay, I see a lot of hands. Can I have Satyashri Kotni? Satya, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, Satya, you can.
Harshit, yeah, go ahead. Be loud, please.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hi, good evening.
Ma'am, whether if we don't know the complete process, I mean, we have just started with the topic.
Okay.
We don't know how to conclude the story. What should we do in those situations?
See, you will have some idea, or talk to people, research on it. You will find how people are conclude. If it's a story you're writing, you will have to think about it. There is no easy answer to these things. I can give you an ending and a happy ending. Would that make sense? Maybe you don't want it to be a happy ending. So a lot of Hollywood movies don't have a happy ending. They put you on a cliffhanger for the next movie to come, right? Avatar.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So you have to see what is your audience, how you want to go about it.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes. Then we had, okay, anybody else wants to give it a try? Jyotika, you have been very active, so I'm not going to give you a chance right now. I will give a chance to Nantika Shri. You will come last, okay? Nantika.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, good evening.
Ma'am, my question is how to get rid of stage fears, ma'am.
How to get rid of stage fear? Which class are you in, Nantika?
6th, ma'am.
6th. Okay, you're still young. You know what I want you to do? Listen to this workshop, and in the end, I am going to ask you if you got some idea how to get rid of stage fear. Okay? I'm not going to answer it right now, but I'm going to write this question and I'm going to come in the end to you and ask you this. Okay, Mr. Aditya, Chitnis.
Good evening, ma'am. I am Aditya Chitnis. Am I audible clearly?
Yes, you are.
I don't have any problem speaking about the topics I am passionate about, but the problem is I am always nervous about the fact that I might overdo myself. So I was just wanting to ask that how do we identify the thin line between overconfidence, overdoing it, and keeping it plain and simple and interesting for the audience, even if they're not correlating with my interests?
Okay, that's a very interesting question. So what I would suggest to you is that don't think that you're overdoing it. Sometimes we all have that feeling that what if the audience thinks, oh my God, he thinks too much of himself. But if you have practiced enough, you will exactly know where you are doing well, where you're not. Take a video of yourself and make somebody listen to your speech. It could be your parents, it could be your grandparents, your siblings, or your friends. And if they are good, they'll give you the right advice, and you will know that what you're saying is good. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Okay, Rudra, you had any question? Okay, Dyutikar, your question. You're the last person for this round. I can't hear you, Dyutikar.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, so firstly, why if we have to give for example a 1-minute speech, but we have a lot of information to cover. For example, the topic is very vast, but you have to end it, you have to cut it short. But it has to also be like of good quality. Like it should not just cut it, stop, like waiting for the next one. So how do you do that? How do you
Again-
summarize it? Like,
Again, practice. See, do you think all these mentors who gave the speeches, they had material only worth 1 hour? No, they had material worth so many hours that they could go on and share their knowledge with you. But we all said, okay, what is important to my audience? I have so much material that I can start speaking. I mean, I do workshops with corporates, I do workshops with students, but what will be relevant to you? So always think of your audience. If I start speaking, okay, this is the body language you need to do, you'll say, what is she talking? I want to know how to make a winning speech. Ask her to talk about that. So you have to know who's your audience and then write down your speech and then practice. And then you will know that this is exactly how it will work. And if you are not practicing, it's not going to help. You can speak for 30 minutes and your audience will say, what a boring presentation. Okay? Cool, Dyutikar. Can I go to the, all of you have taken a screenshot of this? Please take a screenshot. Okay. Okay, now some fun activity. We have done a lot of studies, huh? Why I'm doing these facial expressions? Because you might. पहले ही हाथ खड़े कर लिए सब लोगों ने. अभी तो मैंने पूछा ही नहीं है कुछ. Okay, please lower your hands. Yeah, thank you. Why I'm doing this facial expressions? Because you might have a very nice speech, but your facial expressions need to match your speech. You can't say, I am very happy. You need to show that, right? You need to show that you're happy. How will you show that you're happy? I am very happy. So your facial expressions and your speech needs to match. And for that, let's see if you can figure out the facial expressions. What is this? Vijay, I would need your help in only asking that person to come who's not spoken till now.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
There are people who've raised their hands.
Yeah. Anvi, you can speak. Aditya.
Aditya has spoken.
Sir, I have spoken. You can give the chance to someone else.
Someone called AK.
Okay, AK. What is this expression?
You can unmute and speak.
Come on, guys. Everybody unmute yourself for a minute so that you can go fast, okay?
Hemant. Karthik. Kavyashri.
It's the easiest, guys. Easiest. I want more hands raised. I want 113 hands raised. 112.
Sanvi Rao, maybe.
Please unmute yourself and say quickly. Okay, write in your chat windows. I'm going to look at your chat windows now. Affectionate,
Sanju.
happy, very lovely. Yeah, love. This is love. Oh my God, I love it. Yeah, feeling loved, love. Good. Next one. I'm going to start looking at chat. Vijay, can you look at the YouTube chat and tell me the answers if somebody's writing there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what is this? Depressed, scared, shocked, crying, fear. Satashri, bang on. It's fear. You are like, yes? Okay. Who has seen this movie? Okay. What is this? Happy. This is happiness. I enjoyed it. Okay. What is this? thinking, wondering, surprised. Awesome. Good, Ashita. Yes, shocked. This is wondering what happened. Okay, how many of you do this? Angry, Nitish Garg, right? Hemant, Dyutikar, oh my God, all of you got it. So that means you all get upset, huh? This was such a quick answer, all of you. Great, great work, guys. Yes. So please, there are mostly nine expressions. And of course, they have micro expressions. And I have only picked up 5 for you to understand how you need to identify. I'm sure when your mom gets upset and she's not speaking, you still know if she's upset. If she's happy or she's proud of you and she's not speaking, you still know that she's proud of you, right? Exactly. So you need to be able to use those expressions in your speeches. Let's get to presentation skills. I know Vijay will come to me and say, time is up. So quickly start. I've already answered a lot of questions, so hopefully we'll not have too many questions in the end. What do you guys think about this presentation? Don't read, just tell me what you think. You can, boring, unable to read, exactly. So if you're putting a presentation like this, don't do. It's a no-no. What about this? What about this? Okay, so I know that a lot of you will say that this is nice. It has so much information, but are you guys looking at the presentation or are you listening to me? You are looking at the presentation, trying to read quickly, and you are missing out all the things I am saying, right? Yes, Harsha, that is very plain. What about this one? See, this slide and this slide, they have the same main points. Be on time. You see that? Be on time, be prepared, take care of your clothes, take into consideration non-verbal communication. Same 4 points, but in this format. Yes, somebody speaking. Karthik. Karthik, you want to say something? Otherwise, can you mute yourself, please? You have a question, Karthik? Guys, if I'm going on a fast train, let me know because I'm just trying to be on time for everybody. Okay? How to make a good first impression? You need to just write the main points and then speak. You don't have to write everything and then read from there. Because, you know why? Because you are the presentation. Do not let the PPT compete with you. Slides are only there as an aid. They give you pointers so that you don't forget anything. But at the end of the day, it is you who's speaking. And if you have practiced so much, I can write 100% that you will exactly know what to say. You know, for this presentation, today's presentation, I have been practicing since Thursday. And I have practiced so many times that now in my sleep also, I know what I have to say, or maybe more. Do not read. So the moment I will start reading, I will become boring. Your audience will say, I'll just take a screenshot, read later. Let me go and do something more beneficial. So try to write points, practice so much that you are speaking from your mind. Okay, this PPT was only to, this slide was only to show you how to make a difference between 2 slides so that your audience is listening to you. Okay? So do not read. Yes, Vijay, I know a lot of us do that. This is a mistake a lot of us do, that we start reading. We put everything on the slide thinking people will think we know so much. But in reality, If we do this, people will actually think that you know a lot. Okay? And practice. Okay. Okay. Why I'm doing this? Do not have your slide background so colorful that it hurts the other person's eyes. Keep it simple. I'm not saying white. I'm not saying keep it plain, as somebody wrote that this is so plain, that earlier slide. I don't want you to do this. Keep it simple. You can have, like how this our presentations have a little bit of drawing somewhere here and there. Keep it simple. Keep the colors simple. Do not use more than 3 colors in one presentation, because as a reader, our eyes start getting confused. And don't use too much of animation. Look, it's going here and there, and I'm like, oh, what's happening? Font should be legible. I didn't have an illegible font in my thing, so I couldn't put a bad font here. And make eye contact. Especially now, a lot of us have gone offline in our schools. Make eye contact. Even if it is with your friends sitting in the front in the beginning, start with that. Don't look. A lot of us I have seen do this and they start talking. It is like they're remembering what they have to say and they're looking up. It also happens when you are worried, you're nervous, you don't want to look at people. But if you will look at people, the reason I asked you to switch on your videos, because it really inspires me to speak in a manner that you are understanding. And the moment you nod or you smile, I know that you're understanding. Okay? So make eye contact. And watch English movies if you have to speak in English in your speeches. It will really help you to get the pronunciation right, to understand how to speak so that your pronunciations get better. And pause after every point. Don't run like the way I'm running right now. Pause. So in the beginning, there was this American president who didn't know how to speak well. But he accidentally became the president because the first president got killed and he was the vice president. What did he do? After he asked his speechwriter to write pause after every sentence. Imagine if I had written watch English movies, pause. Will I pause or not? I will pause. And his speech was one of the best speeches in the history of a president. So please pause. And keep your video on. The most annoying thing is if a speaker is speaking and I can't see the speaker. Please have your videos on. I mean, ideally, if the class is going on and you're online, have the video on, even if you're not speaking. But most importantly, if you are speaking, if you are the speaker, you need to have your video on. This is how your audience is connecting with you. And that's your idea. That's the basic you want to have, right? Your video on so that you connect with your audience. Imagine if I had my video off and I am speaking and I'm dancing and you don't even know if I'm dancing. Okay, I think I am right in time. Any questions? Let's have a quick quiz first. Vijay, could you please share the quiz link on YouTube and on Zoom?
Yes, ma'am. I will share.
Now let us see how many of you remember things. I will give you 1 minute to do the quiz.
Yeah, I've shared the quiz link in both YouTube and Zoom chat window.
Great.
All the participants do attend the quiz.
I want to see 100% marks for everyone. Okay, I hope you're all done your quiz. Great. So, one thing which I want you to have a takeaway is reading. 100% marks aaye, Vijay? Awesome. Okay, one thing which I want to take away as a takeaway is read. Even if you're not a reader, read a newspaper, read a comic, read a book, and read aloud. Read aloud to yourself, read aloud to your sibling, read aloud to your grandparents. Any language, it doesn't have to be English. Any language which you are comfortable with or you want to switch, do that, because the more you hear your own voice, the better you start getting. Are there sometimes you feel, oh my God, how is my voice? If any of you have attended my earlier workshops ever, you know that we do a voice warm-up all the time in our workshops. And that makes your voice better. I'm not doing it here, but read aloud. Write it down that every night before sleeping, even if it's 5 minutes, you will read. 2 minutes of reading aloud, 3 minutes of just reading, because that's going to make you better and better. And if you are struggling with the language, read that language. Nobody is judging you. It's you only. Okay? Okay. Anybody has any questions?
If anybody has a question, raise their hand. So I will unmute them.
Yes, there are people who have raised their hands.
So I'm unmuting them. Aditya?
Ma'am, this is going to be a bit different. I have a question for Vijay, sir.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
okay.
Sir, actually,
Don't call me sir, yeah. I'm just in 12th.
Senior. You are senior.
So don't call me sir. You can't call me bhaiya.
Okay, bhaiya.
Yeah.
I like to anchor programs and other functions, like even if I have to do it in my school assembly or if I go to any speaking competition like debates. So do you have any tips or guides to like how do I improve in that?
So okay, so for debates and all, maybe like I have also participated in some debates. So in that, the most important thing is the topic which you are given. You should be fully confident about the topic, and you should have done a thorough research on that. Okay, so you should be like, it's the topic which you are very much interested in. You should have gone in and out of the topic so that you're confident at least. So that while you are speaking or while you are listening to others, you understand it very much. Like, yes, I know this point. He's speaking right. He's speaking wrong. So you should have in and out knowledge of the topic in debates. And when it comes to anchoring, you should basically you should know about the program you're going to anchor. So you should know about the program. What's the program about? You should not just go, okay, I will just anchor. I will call the speaker. He will speak. We will end the program. It's not like that. You should know a bit about the program so that you can build context of the program while you are anchoring.
Okay.
Good
Thank
answer, Vijay.
I'll apply this to my future programs, which I hope to be anchoring. Thank you very much.
Yeah, all the best.
Thanks, Aditya. Good question. Okay, anybody else? No more questions? So before I end, I would like all of you to wish Vijay all the best for his IIT JEE advanced exam, which is going to happen in June. And I'm sure with so many wishes, he will do pretty well. And all the best to all of you. are rocking, budding entrepreneurs and innovators. I look forward to hearing your names on the national TV or international TV. And I'm hoping that all of you would be doing and speaking well. All the best. Thank you so much for having me.
Mom,
Yes, Miss Harini.
I have a doubt.
Yes, please ask.
When I go onto stage to speak, I forgot the lines which I have read on.
I know, Harini, it happens. So that is why what we say, practice. Okay. So let us say if you have to speak 10 days before that, every day you should practice 3 to 4 times, and not like, word by word. Write down 3 points, like how I wrote 3 points. And then I read on those 3 points that I'm going to speak this. Then I wrote those 3 points. But it is not necessary that I am saying the same things which I wrote. But because I've read so much, I am speaking from my memory. And if you practice, then you will start remembering what you have to say.
Mom, if I practice a lot also, I forgot, Mom. One day
That is because you are trying to remember every word. Do not remember every word. Remember the main point. Let's say if practice is the main point, you should know so much about practice that one day you will say something, the other day you will say something, but it will be the same thing. So let us say if I'm asking you to practice, I will say, Harini, you need to practice so much in front of TV, in front of your friends, in front of your family. Tomorrow I might say, Harini, you need to practice, you need to write down your speech first and then take point by point. Essentially, I'm telling you the same thing, but in different ways. So you don't have to remember each word. You have to remember the main point, and then you have to practice so much that point that when you're speaking, even if you forget, I can say this instead of this. And if you forget, don't be like, oh my God, what will I do? It's not the end of the world. Yeah. You say, oh, I've forgotten this. Now let me go on the next point. So if you remember the next point, people will not mind. People have come to listen to you. That means they're saying, oh my God, I am hoping Harini will do well. Nobody is trying to pull you down. Everybody's trying to push you up. Okay? Okay.
Thank you, Mom.
Thanks, Harini. Yes, anybody else has a question? Are there any questions on YouTube chat window, Vijay?
We'll just take a look.
And everybody, please subscribe on our YouTube channel. Vijay has already shared the link with you so that you know what is happening and you can keep learning new skills.
Share it.
Jupiter has a question.
Okay, go ahead. Dutikar, your video, you mute.
Audio. Yeah, unmute. You can unmute now.
Yes, Mom. Mom, so when we are speaking and we go like a little bit wrong, like or not of the point, people will start making like different kinds of faces, like,
Nice.
and then I like start forgetting everything.
You know why they do it? Because they are not confident and they hate your guts that you are so confident. They're jealous of you. So if they do it, you should think, oh my God, I'm so good. Let them be sniggering or, laughing at you. But if you've forgotten, it's okay. Oh, I forgot this. And you know what? Maybe you are making a face yourself. Oh, I forgot. And then they're like, oh, he's not confident. Let us also laugh at him. So just go on. If you've forgotten, take a pause, take a deep breath. And you will either remember that or you will be like, okay, let's move on to the next point. Okay? Okay, Sanjeet, you have a question? Sanjeet, K. Sanjeet? You want to unmute yourself and switch on your video? Okay, in the meantime, Manita, Sanjeet, work on it. Okay, Sanjeet is back. Yeah, sorry, Manita, I'll come back to you. Sanjeet, video.
Yes, ma'am.
if we do anything, ma'am, if we how to say if we someone will laugh at me, ma'am, if I am doing something or I'm achieving something.
So,
They laugh at
Sanjeet, as Dyutika said, people will laugh at me if I do something wrong. That's the same thing. Let people laugh. It's okay. At least you have the guts, you have the confidence to do something. Those people are not even doing something. Have you heard that? Nobody kicks a dead horse. If you're not speaking, nobody will trouble you. But if you are speaking, people will try to pull you down sometimes. Harani, it's not the same as this, okay? So, one, give your best. Two, practice. If you go unprepared and then people laugh at you, understandable. But if you go prepared and you have practiced, you will be surprised. People will actually admire you for what you're doing. Okay? Okay, Rudra. Rudra, you want to ask a question? Anybody else have a question, or otherwise we'll wrap it up? Okay, I guess we are done. Thank you so much. It has been a pleasure and lots of fun for me to host this session, to hold this session for you guys. I hope you also got something out of this and you'll be using the strategies and tips we have covered in this session. Okay, please do give your feedback on YouTube, what you learned, not the feedback about the session, but what you have learned. Please write in the comments what you learned, what is the biggest learning for you. Okay. Yes, Vijay.
Okay, so thank you, ma'am, for an outstanding and wonderful session, like very interactive on great speech and presentation. I'm sure the students and teachers who have attended this session would have got many tips and suggestions to on how to speak and do a great presentation. I myself got 2 or 3 points, like I should, whatever I'm speaking, I should convert into a kind of story so that it is more understandable to the audience. So I got like more points through which I could improve my speaking skill. So with this webinar, we have completed 6 of the eventful days of the Changemakers Summer Camp webinar series, and we have 1 more day to go. Our next webinar would be at 4:30 p.m. tomorrow, which would be on transformation to New India, where we will learn about how to transform our country by developing a culture of innovation and how to have a mindset of innovation. So we would focus on how we can convert a country from a country called as country of 140 crore people to 140 crore minds. So we will learn about that. So to join the session tomorrow, you can get the joining link of Zoom and YouTube through the website of the Summer Camp webinar series, and join us tomorrow again at 4:30 p.m. So bye for now. Bye.
Yeah, thank you, Vijay. With